You are a shadow in the night, a blade in the dark ready to cut throats and survive this gruesome war. A gruesome killer with a myriad of skills and abilities, willing to do anything to accomplish his objectives. No sacrifice is too big, no task is too gruesome. You are a rogue. Rogues are a martial class, a melee or ranged combatant and a striker that utilizes subterfuge and stealth to kill his enemies or accomplish his goals. Rogues are skill experts, making them very good at resolving things or style of combat thanks to skill expertise. Get ready, because I am going to teach you how to play a rogue. I'll give you different roleplay ideas or inspiration, and I'll teach you everything about how to be a killing shadow in the battlefields of dungeons and dragons. Stay with me till the end of the video, and I'll give you a simple and powerful build to assassinate your enemies up close and personal. Now, let's roll initiative. Roleplay. In this section, we will explain to you how to roleplay a rogue. Now, in the D&D community, there's this running gag or joke about how the rogues tend to be the Gilone of every group. But really, the possibilities are endless. It is true that rogues can act alone thanks to their stealth and sneak attack, but really, it doesn't need to be like that. Your rogue can try to cooperate with the rest of the party using his strength and advantages to work together with the rest. So be sure to make a rogue that is connected to the rest of the group in some way. Maybe he's related to another party member. He has a place in the world. Maybe he's from a city and he really cares about it. Try to always make sure that your group and your rogue are connected in some way. To make sure that the rogue, if it sneaks away, it will come back with it. That is really important. A lot of the rogues in media and fiction and pop culture in general, rogues or tricksters, are connected to someone and are those connections that change them and make them a better person. Take the example, for example, of Loki in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Loki in the first movie was a villain, an edgy villain that wanted to take down his family. But through growth in the third movie, he ends up with the connection with Thor. He ends up becoming a loving brother, having fun and enjoying time with him, being an ally. D&D, it's a collaborative story game. Everyone makes a story together, and it's important to play with the rest of the group. If you are going to play a lone wolf, make sure that he is a lone wolf now. But through the course of the campaign, he will be closer and closer to the rest of the group and learn to work together. It's true that the kit of abilities of rogue, it's very good for messing with the rest of the party. But remember, you are fighting with these people. You are risking your life and they are risking their lives for you. So please don't steal from them, don't try to do anything bad to them, don't kill them, and be very careful with the way you treat them. After all, you are in this together. So, again, don't steal. For more specific tips, I will say to always have in mind what type of character are you playing, backstory and your character. Maybe if your character was an old doctor, maybe he got expertise in medicine. Maybe if your character got really high deception or even expertise, maybe you're playing an urban scammer. Maybe your character has expertise in sleight of hand and also expertise in tips tools, and he's an amazing cat burglar. In a retrospective, it is important that your character backstory and skills are connected in some way. I mean, it doesn't need to be like that, but it helps a lot with giving depth to your character. His expertise probably tells a lot of his story. Party role and ability scores. The role of a rogue in the party is correlated with the most important ability score for them, Dexterity. You are going to use Dexterity for attacks, damage, skills, stealth, surprise attacks, thief tools, everything, and the list goes on and on and on. Almost everything that Rogue does is connected to Dexterity. So improve that stat and you will be better at everything that Rogue does. And what does a Rogue do?
Rogue, do it in the darkness. Rogue, do it where the sun don't shine. Rogue with a little drop of poison. Rogues do it from behind.
Okay, we get it. Rogues are great scouts for looking a few rooms far ahead for the rest of the group. They're also great at infiltrating and in disarming traps and artifacts that you can find in a dungeon. In combat, you will focus deadly attacks on high priority targets through the use of sneak attack. Now the rogues need to know where to move and how to position yourself so you can strike against a key enemy. Knowing the most important enemies to target and how to move in the battlefield is a must for every good rogue. If you are able to sneak around in the battlefield or to get the upper hand on it, that means advantage. You will be able to pull off a sneak attack, or even better, a critical sneak attack with a nat 20, maybe. But yes, if you're able to make it, you will make a huge ton of damage. Now, the second most important stat for every rogue, and to be honest, for every D&D character, tends to be Constitution. Constitution commands your hit points, and everybody always wants more hit points. So be sure to at least put 14 in Constitution. That will help you with, again, hit points, with saving throws, also of spells or poisons that could be very hurtful for your character. The third important stat for a rogue, well, it can be almost anything. Rogues are very versatile skill monkeys, so make sure to put this stat connected to a series of skills that you will be good at. For example, if you want to be persuasive type of rogue, put them in charisma. Charisma is to intimidation will help you greatly, and good charisma will. If you want to be more of a nerdy rogue that is a big fan of magic and history, maybe put it into intelligence. Make sure to connect your character and this third stat with your subclass in some way. For example, if you are playing a scout rogue that tends to be in the wilderness, well, put a 14 at least in wisdom, and put expertise and proficiencies in skills related to nature, like survival or perception, for example. To be completely honest, if you put at least 16 in dexterity and 14 in constitution, you can go wild with the rest of the abilities. It is very difficult to mess up a rogue. Rogues are, if you're able to make the sneak attack, a damage machine in combat. Races. With races for rogue, we're always looking at those races that will help us either gain sneak attack in different ways, spells or other goodies that will help our infiltration. We are going to talk about 3 races. Remember that we are using custom origin rules, so the stat distribution is not going to be very important, only the things that they gave us. Now, let's begin. Half-Elf. We get more stats than any other race in general, and we also get Dark Vision and a few goodies that we get from Roleplay. Now, the important thing about this is skill versatility, because we pick 2 more skills. Are more skills for a rogue? Yes, please. All in. All in gives us flying speed, and flying for ranged characters itself is amazing. Now, rogues can use short bows, light crossbows. So yes, you will always want to be flying outside of the range to kill the enemies. Now, we also get 2 more things. Stealth as a skill, so we free 1 more skill slot from the rogue's skill list. That's great. We also get Dark Vision for those pesky dungeons. Kenku. It seems that bird people are really good at being rogues. With Kenku, flying sadly is off the table. But hey, we get Kenku with all of the best features for your race. Basically we get 2 more skills, and Kenku Recall, the ability of a number of times per day being able to have advantage in said skills. Just great. You also get multiplication and mimicry, but just the Kenku Recall ability is so good that you want to pick this race for your rogue and never look back. Skills and proficiencies. The proficiencies of the rogue are nothing to write home about. Today, they will help us get the job done. For armor, you will start and only have light armor, so make sure to save some gold and get a studded leather whenever you are able. For weapon proficiencies, we are going to always start with proficiency in simple weapons, short bows, crossbows, hand crossbows and light crossbows, short swords, long swords, and rapiers. Now, from these ones, you would maybe want to try to dual wield short swords, but start with rapier, trust me. Because with short swords, we will need to, well, in some way or another, use your bonus action if we want that second attack. So it is better to start with a rapier, because if not, we'll use that bonus action, which tends to be bad. We need the bonus action for stealth. For ranged weapons, I tend to recommend light crossbow. It's the one that makes more damage. For skills, you can choose 4 from this list. My god, there's so many skills that I cannot even count them with both hands. So take that into account. Your rogue can be as varied, original and diverse as you will want to. So start creating it and have fun with the skills. That's the best part of the rogue. Level 1. At level 1, one of the most important features that the rogue has, we start already strong at level 1. It is expertise. Expertise is the reason why the rogue is so good at the ability try. Basically, it lets us add our proficiency bonus twice to a skill. Do you want to be practically invisible? Expertise in stealth. Do you want to be able to get away with every light that you can imagine? Expertise in deception. Do you want to smell and lick someone and be able to see if they are and sense if they are telling the truth? Well, that's weird, but expertise in insight. The possibilities with a rogue are endless. Sneak attack is great, but it's very important for damage. But every time I try to DM for a new rogue player, they tend to have problems at the beginning understanding how sneak attack works. So let me explain to you. Sneak attack is a key feature for the damage of the rogue, and you can and need to try to pull it off every turn. It lets you add to your attack a number of d6s, depending on your level, that basically will improve the damage a lot. Rogues don't get multi-attack, so again, sneak attack is very important. Please try to get it every turn, your rogue. But a series of conditions need to be presented if you want to perform the sneak attack. Now let's go over the list. The first thing is that you need to attack with a finesse or ranged weapon. So again, be sure to always try to go for that. You go with short swords and rapier, or any sort of ranged weapon that you are trying to attack with. Finesse weapons are the key for a rogue. Now that we got a finesse or ranged weapon, the next thing that we need to do is find a way to have advantage. Advantage basically lets you roll or attack dice twice, and we will be able to choose the bigger number. So that's always great to have. And for a rogue that has one attack is important. So again, recap. Having advantage is one of the ways to get a sneak attack. You can get advantage very easily through level 2 feature of the rogue current action. Stealth away and try to shoot enemies while you're hiding. The other more common way of pulling off a sneak attack, it's basically that the enemy that you're attacking needs to have another enemy of his at 5 feet distance. So that is simple. If you have a party of allies, those allies needs to be close to the enemy you're attacking. So always try to target enemies that your allies are fighting in melee. That way you will always be able to pull off a sneak attack without advantage, so maybe the hit will miss, but then it helps a lot with teamwork, that's for sure. Thieves' Cant is another thing you get at early levels, and it's a cool rhythm feature, but it's nothing more than a rhythm feature. Still, for story purposes, it can be fun to mess with it and try to think, oh, what other NPCs should always know Thieves' Cant? Maybe another rogue that is your friend and ally. Maybe someone from the Thieves Guild that you want to pass a message to. It's a lot of opportunities for cool roleplay. So think about it and be creative. Probably your DM will add a few ways that Thieves' Cant will help you in your campaign. Just a few moments, but it's always fun to have. Level 2. Putting action at level 2, it's a great feature that will let us maneuver around the battlefield better than any other classes. With Green Action, you will be able to dash, disengage, or hide from enemies by only using your bonus action. So, hey, that is great! And it is the reason why I think that without any extra feats, rogues are better to stick with rapiers than short swords, for example. Because with short swords, you will be using your bonus action for the other attack, or you will be losing damage. We always want to disengage, we always want to hide and use sneak attack while hiding. It is very important that a rogue never faces an enemy head to head. But there are 3 builds, but in general, you never want to face an enemy head to head. You never want the enemy to know where you are and for him to be able to catch you and attack you melee. That's a bad spot for a rogue. It is also one of the main ways that you are going to get your sneak attack from. After all, use your bonus action, you will be able to stealth. In stealthing, you will be able to have that advantage over enemies. So, sneak attack. So, be sure to stealth and attack your enemies instead. But it tends to work better and a lot simple this way with ranged weapons rather than with melee weapons. Level 3. In the MD5E at the moment of this video, there are 9 subclasses or roguish archetypes. You get one at level 3, and you will start getting more features later, level 9 and beyond. Now, for this, there are again 9 subclasses. We are going to just say a few words about the 3 that I tend to prefer. But again, explore and experiment the other options and choose the one that fits better with your rogue option. Arcane Trickster is the first of the classes that I want to recommend. As Arcane Trickster, you will have so much fun in any sort of campaign that goes beyond just dungeoneering and combat. With Arcane Trickster, you will get a little bit of spellcasting, illusions and tricks that will help you with things outside of combat. Not only we will get utility spells for outside of combat like Silent Image, but we can also pick a few spells for combat. In this case, find familiar. Trust me, pick the owl. With it, the owl will be able to disengage every turn, but he will still give the help action to your character, giving us another way of getting sneak attack, not only with stealth or with allies nearby, also with our trusted owl. So that is great. All in all, I got it subclass. We also get a few ribbon features, like a very special mechanic. It's just great. Infiltration and combat. You can't go wrong with Arcane Trickster. Soul Knife. Soul Knife is the ultimate skill monkey. Thanks to our silent power, we get the ability to add extra die that will grow as we gain level up to the roles with skills that we are proficient with. So it will be very difficult for a character to fail in skill we're proficient with if we keep using the sharing die. Instead of that, we also gain something more. We also gain the cyclic blades, and they are so cool. They don't do as much damage as a rapier, but in this case I will say that they are better. For infiltration, they are great. Outside of that, they have the thrown property and psychic damage. If you're not fighting mind players, almost nothing resists psychic damage. So, all in all, it's a great feature for a great subclass. And hey, Psychic Blade sounds just so cool. Swashbuckler. Swashbuckler is the ultimate melee rogue. It is great because with abilities like Panache and Rakish Audacity, we'll be able to have better initiative, if we have with Charisma, and also we will be able to use our sneak attack easily. Another way of proccing sneak attack, in this case 1v1. Between these and Feats abilities, we will be a machine for one-on-one melee duels. It's great because with all of that together, this is the rogue that is closer. He'll be a menace in the front line. Now, be mindful that we try to stick to one-on-one combat, but still, it's the greatest subclass for a pure melee rogue. Inquisitive Rogue is a detective subclass that is trying to accomplish something very unique. Insight and Perception are some of the best skills in the game, because at the end of the day, in the end, the knowledge is power. And the thing is that this subclass excels in information gathering. Be mindful and get expertise in insight. Is that enjoy this subclass, because it's going to give you, with a bonus action, sneak attack for 1 minute in one target. And hey, that is great for sure. Feats. At level 4, you will get your first ability score improvement, or Feat. The best thing for a rogue is always to get your dexterity to 20 as fast as possible. So for me, the recommendation is always level 4, get your dexterity to 18, and level 8, get it to 20. But there are other things that can help you too, other feats or very specific bits. Now we're going to look at 3 of them to see if, hey, maybe you will want to get dexterity as quick as possible, or get one of these feats. We are starting with Skill Expert, and hey, Skill Expert is a no-brainer. You are the skill master. So with this one, you will get 1 more proficiency and 1 more expertise. Enjoy that 1 expertise, enjoy that extra skill, and on top of all of that, you also get +1 dexterity. For this, it's very important that you start with 17 dexterity and not 16. There are many races and many ways, or if you play with a custom origin, you get a +2 in dexterity. Your dexterity will be 15 with the +2 17. So at level 4, you can still get this feat and reach 18 dexterity. If you want to go this route, it's a big possibility for even more skills. Mobile, it's the feat that makes the dual wielding rogue better. It's the feat that gives you the ability to disengage against any enemies that you have attacked that round. So, free disengages, that's an opportunity for original bonus action for an attack. It's perfect for hit and run tactics that the rogue loves. And hey, it also gives you a little bit more mobility, a few more feats that are always great for movement. Normal character have 30 feet, so this one with mobile you got 40. That's a great addition to a rogue. Level 5. At level 5, your sneak attack will improve a lot to 3d6s. Now, 1d6 and 2d6s were good at low levels, but 3d6s, at least for me, is the point where your rogue starts to do a lot more damage. It's that point where every turn you can, with a little bit of luck, consistently do 20 damage or more, and that's the word for it. Consistently. Every turn you will do damage. Now, the important thing that you get level 5 is Uncanny Dodge. With Uncanny Dodge, you will use your reaction to half the damage you take on a hit. That is great! It's true that reaction is good for a rogue because you're able to get an opportunity attack that also get sneak. Not like your attack, but also your opportunity attacks get the sneak. So it's extra sneak and more damage. But hey, after all, it's better to still be alive. And every hit point counts. Level 6 and beyond. Through level 6 and beyond, your rogue will continue to improve. Your attack dice will go higher and higher, and you will also get important improvement for your skills, like more expertise or reliable talent. Rival talent, it's late for the majority of campaigns that ends at level 12 or 13, but it's still great to have for sure. And if you get it, you will be sure that you will fail a skill check. At certain levels, you will also get something curious, like Uncanny Dodge. You will get a lot of good defensive features. For example, at level 7 you will get Evasion. Evasion is amazing. It's a great defensive tool against fireballs and breath attacks. Curiously enough, rogues are one of the best classes to fight dragons. You get a lot of mobility to run around their breath weapons. Whenever you get hit by them, you will be able to either take half damage or not take damage at all. It is a curious phenomenon that they face a lot of time like this. If you're facing dragons in your campaign, a rogue in the group tends to be a nice addition. For the example build, we are going to play as an elf. We are going to play as a high elf. High elves are a simple class to play, and it gives us something important for this current build. It gives us an extra free cantrip. We are going to pick Booming Blade for that melee damage, because with this one, we are going with a melee oriented rogue. Our stat distribution will be like this. For background, we are going to pick Investigator. This is going to give us Investigation and Insight as our skills. Very important for the type of rogue that we're going to play. And for skills, we go with Stealth, Sleight of Hand, Persuasion, and Perception. Our expertise will be in Stealth and Insight. Now, at low levels, we are going to play a very basic range Inquisitive rogue. We always try to stay outside of conflict, with our bonus action to get sneak attack on a target, and we attack to get sneak attack with some sort of ranged weapon, like maybe a light crossbow. But at level 4, we are going to get the mobile feat. Now, from level 4 and beyond, with the mobile feat, take out the rapier and use Booming Blade against your enemies. The thing here is that Booming Blade is an attack. It's a weapon attack that is also a cantrip. You will be able to move away, you will be able to hit with Booming Blade and to get away from them. Now, if the enemy tries to get closer to you, he will take that damage of Booming Blade for sure. So it is the rapier, it is the sneak attack, it is the mobile feat for moving away, and it is the Booming Blade damage for a cool and simple combo that will make a lot of damage to your enemies. So you are going to use Insightful Fighting with a new enemy using your bonus action, move closer to him, use Booming Blade, and get away with mobile. With all of that, and trying to position yourself in a correct way, you shouldn't get a lot of hits, and you should be always able to do tons of damage between the combo of Booming Blade and Sneak Attack. From that point on, improve your dexterity to 20, and be sure to put expertise into Perception and Persuasion, and enjoy your Investigator that has a booming rapier. And that's everything for today's guide. Thank you so much for sticking till the end. Please give like, ring that bell, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next adventure.